Movie review in minutes. In today's video we going to talk about an action comedy film from Hong Kong entitled Kung Fu Hustle. There will be spoilers ahead. Chill out and enjoy. The film tells the story of a murderous neighborhood gang, a poor village with unlikely heroes, and an aspiring gangster's fierce journey to find his true self. So let us jump into the story. Petty crooks Sing and Bone seek to join the legendary Axe Gang, led by cold-blooded assassin Brother Sum, in 1940s Shanghai. Pretending to be members of the Axe Gang, the two go to a decrepit slum known as Pigsty Alley to extort the people. When the barber asks for money, Sing threatens the barber that Bone is an Axe Gang leader, and then to make the barber believe, Bone exposes his axe tattoos on his chest. But the barber is unafraid of their claims, and then the villagers approach to help the barber. In the meantime, Sing gets beaten by some of the villagers when he tries to challenge them in one-on-one fight. Then the barber complains to the landlady. While Bone is still sleeping in the barber shop, Sing is beaten by the landlady. Sing argues that throwing a firecracker will alert the rest of the Axe Gang, but his bluff backfires when the firecracker goes off next to a real Axe Gang underboss. Sing accuses the locals of setting off the firecracker. Seeing the Axe Gang approaching, the landlady asks everyone to go back to their work and rushes back to her room to hide herself under the blanket. The boss then tries to act smart and attacks them. But, to everyone's surprise, the boss was attacked by an unidentified assailant. Shocked by witnessing what happened to their boss, Axe Gang gangsters call for more help by throwing a firecracker in the air. Then the fight broke out. But to everyone's surprise, three of the slum's residents, Coolie, Taylor, and Donut, reveal themselves to be kung fu masters and rapidly dispatch the gang reinforcements. The slum's landlady, fearful of the Axe Gang's reprisal, evicts the trio to leave the village. Meanwhile, Sing and Bone are kidnapped by Brother Sum, who plans to execute them for acting as gang members. Sing, on the other hand, uses his amazing lock-picking talents to release himself and Bone before axes are thrown at them. Brother Sum accepts them into the group on the condition that they murder someone, and both of them are released from the Axe Gang's captivity. Sometime later, the movie shows that Sing laments his lack of success in life. He tells Bone about how a vagabond fooled him into thinking he was a natural-born kung fu expert and tricked him into buying a martial arts brochure with his limited savings, which he could have saved to become a surgeon or a lawyer in future. Sing believed him and practiced the Buddhist palm technique many times. Being brave, Sing attempted to help a mute girl named Fong from bullies after many times practicing the Buddhist palm technique, but was instead battered and humiliated. Sing decides to be a villain because he believes heroes never win. To fulfill the condition given by the Axe Gang's boss, Sing and Bone return to Pigsty Alley to assassinate the landlady. Sing gets repeatedly injured by his and Bone's missed knife throws, and also gets bitten by snakes. So their approach backfires and both of them run away in different directions, and Sing being the main culprit, he is ultimately chased away by the landlady. He takes refuge in a traffic pulpit, where his body heals quickly from his fatal injuries. He strikes the sides of the metal pulpit with his hands, leaving hand-shaped marks on the surface. Meanwhile, Brother Sum hires two harpists who kill their victims with sound using a supernatural guzheng. The assassins arrive just as the trio of kung fu experts is about to leave Pigsty Alley. The harpists use their magical instrument to kill Cooley and beat Donut and Taylor, who later succumb to death because of their injuries. Seeing the painful death, the landlady and her husband, the landlord, finally come out of their disguise and reveal that they are also kung fu masters and vanquish the two harpists. Brother Sum, who was watching the battle with his council, was subsequently warned by the landlady to stay away from Pigsty Alley, and they leave the place terrified by what they just saw. Sing, dissatisfied, tries to rob an ice cream vendor but is discovered to be Fong. When she recognizes him and offers him a lollipop, he crushes it and walks away embarrassed, as well as rebuffing Bone. Brother Sum promises Sing immediate gang membership if he utilizes his lock-picking skills to release the Beast, a famed kung fu assassin who is being held captive in a Shanghai mental institution. Sing manages to free the Beast and returns the Beast to the Axe Gang's base of operations. Due to the Beast's cavalier attitude and scruffy look, Brother Sum is suspicious of his abilities. The Beast, on the other hand, demonstrates his kung fu prowess by stopping a bullet in mid-flight with his fingertips. When the Beast detects the landlady and landlord's kung fu presence, he ruins the casino next door in order to confront them. The three get into a fight, which ends with them all being immobilized in an inter-joint lock. Brother Sum tells Sing to attack the landlady and landlord in order to help the Beast. Sing hits Brother Sum on the head for making him confused. In the end, Sing changes his mind and instead attacks the Beast. The Beast, enraged, crushes Sing's head into the ground by punching several times, but the landlady and landlord run away with his body to save him. Brother Sum scolds the Beast for allowing them to flee, and the Beast responds by killing Brother Sum. The landlady and landlord at Pigsty Alley treat Sing and are amazed by his fast recovery from his mortal wound. Sing then returns the favor by treating the couple's wounds before facing the Axe Gang. The new Sing defeats the Axe Gang with ease before facing the Beast, who appears to have the upper hand at first owing to his toad style. However, when the Beast sends Sing flying into the sky, he sees Buddha in the clouds and completes his metamorphosis. To vanquish the Beast, Sing employs the Buddhist palm method. The Beast tearfully bows to Sing and concedes defeat, awestruck by Sing's might and prowess. With Fong's lollipop as their emblem, Sing and Bone create a confectionery store. Fong pays a visit to Sing's store and the two embrace. The movie ends with the scene that, just outside the store, the same mysterious vagabond who offered Sing the martial arts pamphlet chats to another child, but this time he's selling many pamphlets teaching multiple styles. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this to help the channel grow.